It's Chef Wayne, the Florida Cannabis Chef, saying hi and welcome to Dro TV. Really happy to be part of the episode of my first time. Hope you enjoy the show. Thank you much.
Welcome to My First Time, the show about your first time getting high on marijuana. I'm your host, Mike Freeman with Dro TV. Today, I'd like to welcome our guest, Chef Wayne, the Hemp Hero. How are you, my friend?
Doing well, Mike. Hey, thanks for having me on the show. I appreciate it.
Yes, thank you for coming on Dro TV, giving us some time today. Man, you can find the chef on Instagram and Facebook at the Hemp Hero Mascot, also on YouTube and Facebook, the Florida Cannabis Chef. So Wayne, you've got a lot going on. Quickly let our audience know where you're located and a little bit about what you've got going on in the cannabis community.
Wow. Well, I'm here in Jupiter, Florida. And as far as the cannabis community, I've got a lot going on, believe it or not. It keeps me very busy. I have the Florida Cannabis Chef, as you guys know. We have a line of edibles coming out under that brand name soon. I also am the edible chef for Deep Roots Farms. I also do video work and then TV work, and I'm going to have a cookbook coming out soon with Ganja Beach.
Awesome.
I'm their chef as well, doing the media work for them. They're a great company as well. And then I also have, Hemp Hero, the mascot service. Hemp Hero is a mascot. He was a character I invented to be a family-friendly, stigma buster type character for the hemp and marijuana industry.
Awesome. I love it. And we just met this last weekend at KushCon Tampa. It was great meeting you and your significant other, and able to get my picture taken with the Hemp Hero. So
hey, well, thank you. It's my pleasure. Yeah, I love getting pictures taken with everybody and going to shows. It's just part of Hemp Hero being the stigma buster.
Yeah, and from a lot of the other people that were attending and some of the videos and stuff that were posted, everybody seems to love the Hemp Hero. So it's great that you're out there busting stigmas and continuing to spread the good word through the community.
Hey, and I like that. It's funny you said that everybody loves the Hemp Hero. That's one of the catch lines I use with the Hemp Hero when I do the advertising, because after my very first event, that's exactly what I saw. And so I just had to go with it. Yeah, he's a great character. And, that's why I invented him, to make him family friendly and make people aware of the hemp and marijuana industry. And, and not to take things so seriously and getting upset. He's a great character, and I think he's very supportive of the industry. And I just love going out there and entertaining in the Hemp Hero.
Excellent. Yeah, I love it. So, Chef Wayne, the show is my first time. I definitely want to get more into Hemp Hero and the Florida Cannabis Chef, but it is my first time. So please indulge us.
Correct.
The first time that you got high.
Well, the first time I got high. Wow. You're taking me back. Well, I say I was 16 years old, and one of my neighbors, I'm not going to give away his name, okay? One of my neighbors, he was a couple of years older than me, and I was up at the corner gas station where we would all hang out. And across the street was a little Italian deli, and he pulled up in his car and he parked across the street, and he was just sitting there and waved me over and asked me to go in and get his sub for him. I said, why do you want me to go in and get your sub for you? He said, I don't want him to see me. I'm high. This was a long time ago. We were kids. Excuse me. He didn't want to go in and get a sub, so he sent me in to get a sub for me. So I came out and I brought him out a sub. And he said, hey, you want to go get high? And I said, I never have. He said, well, come on. And then I went him for a little ride, and we sat there, and he rolled one up, and we smoked a doober. And I was like, I'm not feeling much. I hopped out of the car, and I was walking around. I'm standing out there on the edge. We're by the marsh, and I'm looking down at the lagoon. And all of a sudden, I'm looking at the water ripple and the waves and the sunshine, and this big smile hit my face. And I was high. First time, and I realized what it was, and it was quite the enjoyable experience.
Nice. So
that's big excitement on the very first time getting high.
That's great. Did it become recreational for you since then, or did it take some time before you became more of a canna connoisseur, as they say?
A little more recreational for quite some time, not so much, but more so I got more into the cannabis, I'd say back in 2010. I was diagnosed, I had melanoma skin cancer, believe it or not.
Okay.
And they wanted a lot of money for the surgeries and to make the repair, which I have right here on my face. So I have one little spot left from it. And they said I would probably lose sight in my eye, maybe muscle problems in my eye, and could be, messed up forever. So I looked at alternatives and I discovered Rick Simpson oil.
Mm.
So as being a chef, I said, okay, I can make this stuff myself in the kitchen. So I made Rick Simpson oil myself. 3 months later, I was cured of the cancer, believe it or not. That's one of the major reasons I believe in this plant more than anything you could possibly imagine. I cured myself and I saved tens of thousands of dollars. And I have a completely 100% functional eye, which I would not have had. So that made me 100% more of a believer. And after I did that, I did some consulting work for a couple of companies out of Colorado, developing menus for patients and things like that with different milligrams, you know, depending on what their needs were. Some needed small amounts, microdosing. Others needed large amounts, depending on what they had. If they were a cancer patient or if they had different ailments and things like that, they would have, quite the amount, up to 400 milligrams per meal, which to me is a lot. I have 5 herniated discs in my back. I microdose a little bit, maybe, 10 milligrams at a time. That's about all I require for myself. But yes, I believe highly in cannabis and the plant and what it does for people. They took cannabis away from us many, many years ago. And hemp too. Hemp was feral. It was food for the animals and things that we would eat and we would ingest it. And when they took hemp away and cannabis away, they took away all those cannabinoids and terpenes that our body does need and requires and really does want. And so I try to put it back into myself, pretty much on a daily basis. Like I said, I'm a cannabis chef, and I believe in microdosing, and I thoroughly at it all the time, and it's helped me quite a bit.
Awesome. That's a great story. A true testament not only to cannabis but also Rick Simpson oil. I mean, it's an incredible thing, and yeah, you saved yourself an eye, a surgery, tens of thousands of dollars, and possibly even more issues down the road. Prescriptions, medications, who knows what else they would have given you to recover. So
Yeah. Well, I believe so, Mike. Now, I'm not a doctor, so but I know what works for me, and that's all I can tell anybody. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
and we certainly need doctors, but a lot of doctors, they don't know what works for you either. So they don't ask you, what do you eat every day? Do you exercise? And sometimes you're just in and out. Oh, yep, something's wrong with your eye. We're going to take a biopsy, and yep, you got cancer. And so that's an amazing story, Wayne. How long have you been a chef?
Oh, geez, I've been a chef since 1982. I'm
Okay.
giving away my age, huh? No,
I was
I've been in
born,
the
I was
for
born in
long.
1981.
There you go.
Excellent.
Yeah, I've been working as a professional chef since like about 1980. Even before that, when I was in high school and stuff, I worked as a cook at local restaurants and things like that.
Awesome. And so it was the Rick Simpson oil which got you into becoming a cannabis chef?
Yes, that's what pushed me more towards being the cannabis chef. I mean, after what it did for me and myself, I just had to share this with other people. And actually, when COVID came along, that's and I was working as executive chef at a restaurant. I've worked a bunch in the area here in South Florida. Also worked casinos in Atlantic City and up and down the East Coast of United States. Many different restaurants and establishments. And after this, I just it sent me on a mission. I mean, people need to know about this. They need to be able to use it for themselves, and that's one of the major reasons I started the Florida Cannabis Chef on YouTube, just to teach people. It's not that hard, and I show them the easy way that they can make different things. They can make their pantry set up, and from there they can make recipe items. With what they have already in their pantry. As a matter of fact, holding up the recording device right now is a container of infused salt. Believe it or not.
Awesome. Love it. That's great. Hey, whatever works. My setup, it's like a couple rigs on top of each other. So
There you go. Gets the job done, doesn't it?
gets the job done. That's right. So when we did meet, you were, I wouldn't say necessarily in disguise because clearly we know what you look like now, Wayne, but you are the hemp hero. You created this character. Talk about why you wanted to create the hemp hero.
Just because, like I said, his nickname, AKA the Stigma Buster. The stigmas around marijuana, the plant, and what what Mother Nature gave us, needs to be broken. It's that simple. It was taken away from us when the Industrial Revolution started. In the medical industry, they fight against it so hard, and they really shouldn't. But it's all about money. I believe that's why they fight the industry. They just don't want to lose money. They want to keep the medicine practice going. They don't want people to have this plant where they can actually help cure themselves of many ailments. And maybe not cure themselves all the way of things, but definitely help themselves. And people should have access to this wonderful plant that Mother Nature gives us. It's Mother Nature's pharmacy.
Hey, everybody, I want to quickly mention Food Forest Abundance. Food Forest Abundance is a great way to create your own self-sustaining food forest and naturally occurring ecosystem that's commonly found in nature, but designed specifically for you. Through multiple layers of trees, shrubs, herbs, vines, rhizomes, mushrooms, and perennial vegetables, you can become your own supply chain without the typical maintenance required of a garden. From small spaces to large areas, both urban and suburban, Food Forest Abundance wants us to get back to our roots in nature by engaging with our food production in a meaningful way. For more information, click on the link in the description below and start your journey today. Okay, let's get back to today's episode. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I feel the same way. There's no reason at this point. I mean, 100+ years more. I mean, more than that, but we know the benefits of using, ingesting, inhaling cannabis. There's no way you can say it doesn't have some medicinal benefit. Maybe there's pharmaceuticals that will be better for you than using cannabis in certain situations, but
Of course, I'm sure there are.
the fact that you can grow it and somewhat medicate yourself, it, like you said, it digs into the bottom line and takes money out of their pockets, and those pockets are pretty deep as it is. So, they don't want us self-medicating, because why would we need them if that's the case, right?
Exactly. That's one of my little lines goes along with that. Like our body, we have a cannabinoid system. We don't have a Zoloft or an ibuprofen system. We got a cannabinoid system. So, when problems are going wrong, help the cannabinoids with the cannabinoids that Mother Nature put on this planet for us to have. I think it's pretty simple. It's not that hard to figure out, really, is it?
It shouldn't be, but like you said, they'll keep fighting it. I really don't know how it's going to turn, because you look at a lot of other countries and they might have CBD or some medicinal cannabis, but legalization still pretty far away. And here in the States, we have many states that are legal. And on this program, we talk with people all over the world, and they look to us because we have states where it's legal. And but the fact that it just, we're still talking about trying to legalize this on a federal level. It's pretty crazy. And then when it is legal, it's legal for some people only. If you got $1 million, you can get a license. And so it's still heavily restricted and regulated. And
Sure.
The costume is amazing, Wayne. How did you, this is something custom somebody made for you?
Oh, yes. I had it custom made for me. Yes, indeed. The lady that made that for me was from Anvil Props
Wow.
up near Universal Studios.
Awesome. Yeah, we're based out of Orlando. So
Yeah, she does a lot of stuff for Universal Studios. Like I said, some of the things that she made when I walked into the warehouse was amazing. I felt like I was on the set of Star Wars, to be honest with you. It was pretty neat. I knew I was in the right place. And yes, the costume she made for me is incredible.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly one of a kind. Is there just one? Do you have a backup costume?
No, there's just one of a kind. Yep.
Awesome.
And he is trademarked, folks. So keep that in mind if you try to play games with him.
There's only one hemp hero, folks, and we're talking to him right now. So, Wayne, you mentioned you're a chef for Deep Roots Farm, Canna Bar and
Yes.
Grill. Ganja Beach Media.
Correct.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah, it's never ending, huh? Yeah,
hey,
I edibles for Deep Roots Farms. Canna Bar and Grill is a restaurant that's going to be opening up pretty soon here in Lake Worth, Florida. And we're
awesome.
going to be doing some infused dinners there a couple nights a week on a regular basis. And then as far as Ganja Beach, like I said, I'm their media chef. We have a cookbook coming out very soon with a couple more cookbooks following in the near future.
Great. And how often is the Hemp Hero at the many different cannabis events here in Florida?
Well, he shows up to almost any event I can get a sponsorship at. As you
Okay.
know, Hemp Hero, he's not one of those booths that has a lot of products where he generates a few $1,000s at an event. He just generates tips from what people give him. So I generally look for sponsors, and and that's kind of how Hemp Hero works at the shows.
Excellent. We're going to be at the Cannafest, the Florida Cannafest in Mount Dora in November. Um,
Hemp Hero will be there. He goes there every year. We love the people in Mount Dora. They put on a great show, and they treat me really fantastic. The whole crew, Zick Productions, Pete and Colleen, they're all the best people you could ever imagine. Those guys, we love them all.
Excellent. That's great to hear. It's our first event that we'll be set up at. So that's great to hear.
Oh, we're gonna definitely stop by and see you there. We'll be at the booth, and we can do some filming there for you too, with the
Absolutely.
costume on.
100%. 100%. I'm looking forward to it.
We're happy to do it for you.
That's great. So you provide all these things for the cannabis community, Wayne. What can somebody do to help you out? Do you have some merchandise? You said you got a cookbook coming out.
Yeah, I have a cookbook coming out through Ganja Beach, and I'm sure they'll be at the show there too, down there at Mount Dora.
Excellent.
And also, I have Hemp Hero T-shirts. We'll be at Mount Dora. We have our T-shirts for sale. We'll have mugs for sale, and I'm probably going to be introducing, just because we just started a business, a full line of edibles from the Florida Cannabis Show. So we should be well stocked for Mount Dora.
Awesome. Well, we're very much looking forward to that and networking. The KushCon was great. How'd you guys make out at KushCon?
Oh, KushCon was a blast. We met a lot of great people and had a really good time. The whole crew and the staff there, Alex and everybody were really nice to us, and we really appreciated going. Like I said, had a good time and would love to go back to KushCon again as well.
Awesome. Great. Well, Wayne, it's been a pleasure chatting with you and learning more about the Florida Cannabis Chef, as well as the one and only Hemp Hero. So please, before we end this episode, Wayne, let everybody know the best place that they can find you and any upcoming events you're going to be at.
All righty. Well, the best place to find us on YouTube, you can find me on the Florida Cannabis Chef. On Instagram, I'm Hemp Hero Mascot. On Facebook, you can find me under Hemp Hero Mascot, Hemp Hero, the Florida Cannabis Chef, on a regular page and a private group where I post up all my YouTube videos and a lot of other, specific things that we have from other chefs and stuff. That's pretty neat. And like I said, and as far as events, our next big event is going to be on September 24th at the Harmony Lounge and Wine Bar in Fort Pierce. It's Hemp Hero and Friends. We're going to have some live music there. One of the guys is a Grateful Dead guitarist, John Zell, and then we have another piano and vocalist coming right behind that, as well as Ganja Beach is going to be there. Deep Roots Farms is going to be there. Hempire Advisors Farm is going to be there. The Hemp Wizard Beer Care is going to be there, and we're going to have a few others as well. It's going to be a great time. That's on September 24th. Then after that, our next big event is Mount Dora, of course. And 2 weeks behind Mount Dora is the next big show at the Strawberry Fields Festival Fairgrounds in Florida. That's another big hemp festival, cannabis festival.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. And I think the one in Fort Pierce, that's the one you recently posted on your Instagram.
Yeah, that's the one we just posted up. Hemp Hero is actually, co-host of the event. It's our first event that we're a host of, and we're really happy about it. We've joined forces with Priscilla from the Harmony Lounge there, and we're really happy to support her new business.
Awesome. We'll make sure we have links to all of that down in the description below. So definitely go give Hemp Hero a follow and check out some merch or some of the videos on YouTube. Everything will be down in the description below. And speaking of YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube, go down there and smash that like button for the Hemp Hero. And Chef Wayne, it's like a 2-for-1 in this episode. I feel like, we stuck one in on our audience here. But also, if you're watching this on YouTube, you have to smash the like button for the Hemp Hero. But also, you need to subscribe, because otherwise you'd miss amazing guests like Wayne, Chef Wayne, the Hemp Hero. So make sure you subscribe to Dro TV. And we appreciate everybody tuning in to today's episode. Thank you again, Wayne, for coming on the show. And as always, smoke them if you got them.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys having me on. And I already subscribed.
What's up, Dro TV family? You can now stream the audio version of all these episodes on your favorite podcast player. And if you like more episodes like this, check out this playlist we put together over here for you. And if you haven't already, subscribe to us on YouTube. You don't want to miss more great content from Dro TV. Thank you for tuning in. And as always, smoke them if you got them.